You guys came into this game averaging 17 3-point attempts a game. Tonight you took 35. Was that the intent to try to get more looks from the outside, or just did it kind of just play out that way?
I thought it played out that way. We had good looks, just didn't make them. You could take 30, 40, 50 threes. You got to step up and make them when you take them.
We'll go Alex and Mike.
Yeah, Mike, curious on the obviously defense not happy with giving up 85 points. Maybe what was not happening there defensively late that they needed to when they kind of went on that run to close the game?
Well, it didn't just start late. I thought the beginning of the game we gave up, I think the score was 17 to 7 or 10 within 3, 4 minutes on the clock. So we had no defensive presence to start the game. And that's something that we gotta keep working and get it fixed because especially on the road, it's tough winning on the road in the Big Ten, and you gotta establish yourself from a defensive standpoint. We had we were at 5-point game, I think, with 5, 6 minutes on the clock, but we just couldn't make shots. We had good looks. I look at our bench. I think what were we off the bench? 6, 5, 6 for 26. That's tough. Coming off the bench, we were 5 for 26 and shooting the basketball. So our bench has been pretty good for us this year. So we just got to continue to push them because we're going to need them as we continue this journey.
Mike and then Zach.
Yeah, Coach Bryce Williams went for 30 in the game. What made him such a tough cover for you guys?
Getting downhill, getting to the free throw line. And he made a couple of tough shots. You kind of live with some of them, but once he got going, it was tough to shut him down. A lot of it was in isolation off the bounce, and that's something that we got to get better in that area too, and defending off the dribble.
Zach and then Daniel.
I guess for either Mike, either you or Miles, just what in particular did you feel like Nebraska was doing defensively that wasn't letting your guards get downhill consistently? I know Miles did a little bit more there in the second half, but in terms of kind of getting maybe that high ball screen game going consistently the way you guys wanted to.
I thought our pick and roll was pretty good. When you get open looks like we got from the 3-point line, that's what causes friction when you run pick and roll basketballs. They run out of bodies in terms of rotating, and I thought we had great looks. Goody had a lot of excellent looks. We had good looks tonight. We just didn't make them.
Daniel, then Zach.
Yeah, Miles, I want to say you guys were held to like 1 point the last 6.5 or so. What kind of changed for you all?
We kind of took a couple shots that probably was out of rhythm, and we didn't defend how we should have down the stretch. And that's a recipe for disaster when you put both those together. So we just gotta be better going down the stretch, and continue playing as a team and just be better.
Zach and then Seth.
Coach, in your eyes tonight, was giving up 85 points, was that more of a result of your poor defense as a team, or was it more just Nebraska making tough shots?
They made shots, but we got to be better defensively. I'm on these guys constantly. We work on defense, and I know defense wins, especially when you're not making shots. At least keeps you in the ball game, and tonight they had it both ways. They made shots, and we weren't very good defensively.
Seth.
Mike, to have McKenzie pick up 2 fouls in the first minute of the game, just how big of an impact did that have on you all and your game plan?
Oh, it's huge. He's a big part of what we do. And, the game wasn't out of hand, so it wasn't like we had to just throw him right back in to possibly pick up 3. You go in at halftime down 3, so you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Again, it's a tie ball game, I think, with 5, 6 on the clock, and then we just let it get away, and that's just something that we gotta work on, because I think if we keep putting ourselves in that position, we'll have an opportunity to break through and win.
Last question, Alex.
Going back to the 3-point attempts for either of you guys, was that more a function of what Nebraska was doing defensively against you guys, or were you pretty happy with the looks you were getting?
I was very proud of the looks we got. You know, I mean, they definitely took the inside play away. They doubled. So, you know, you can't just fight through double teams. You have to sacrifice the ball. I thought we did a pretty good job in that regard. And, you know, we just missed some shots. I mean, if you make those shots, then, you know, it's probably a different ball game. You can't go 8 for 35 and not and have the looks that we had tonight. We had some good looks.
All right, one more time, bro.
Miles, you were really aggressive trying to attack the basket tonight yourself. 13 shots, led the team with attempts. Did you have a lot of good looks yourself, or did that just kind of come naturally as well?
A little bit of both. I mean, I just saw when we was in transition, they were running with their backs turned, a chance for us to get easy shots, easy looks on the rim. And if I would have missed, you know, my teammates are coming in for the rebound and vice versa if that's for anybody else. So I just thought the flow of the game was right there for me to, you know, attack downhill and kind of, you know, take advantage of the opportunities that they presented us. And, you know, it kind of led to us coming back a little bit. But like I said, we got to be better down the stretch and continue to be better there.
All right, thanks, guys. See you next week.
Thank you.